seems that I'm fine, but they don't know shit about the everyday grind. Time is money, money is time. They tell me get there in 5, but I'm running behind. I try and live a little, go and have a little fun. You only young ones, so the hating have you.
Johnny Kendhammer podcast, episode 19. Today we're going to review the results from Bangkok, 10 days, 10 approaches. I'm in Vietnam. I'm in Ho Chi Minh now. I'm sitting in my smoke-filled apartment. This is actually the second Airbnb I've gotten. I got here on Wednesday of last week. For the first few days, I could not sleep at all. There's some guy who smokes outside in these hallways and it gets into the rooms. I actually used to smoke, so I'm surprised it affects me so much. But I guess once you're away from that smell for so long, it just any amount of it just triggers me. I couldn't sleep. I could smell it. You know, every time I'm trying to half fall asleep, I could still smell it. Try to sleep under the covers, I can smell it. So I ended up canceling that Airbnb. Ended up losing about $400 off of it. And now I'm in the second Airbnb, but it ends up being in the same building. This one's a little bit more sealed off, but I can still smell the smoke. We'll see what happens here. So far, the apartments that I've seen in Ho Chi Minh on Airbnb, not a lot of them look as nice as Bangkok or even Pattaya or Playa del Carmen. So I'm not sure how long I'll stay here. I haven't done much day game in Ho Chi Minh yet. I'm actually going to start a 21-day challenge tomorrow where I wake up every day at 8 a.m., meditate, run, gym, eat my eggs, and then I'll do 7 approaches a day and at least 1 2-set a day. So getting back to the day game, hardcore, I'm going to get this area completely solidified. I've had plenty of great results from day game, but now, I mean, even not now, but that's what I've been working on, is getting it to be just who I am, which is why it was very important for me to do the approaches in Bangkok. I'll go over that here in a minute. But for the first 5 days in Ho Chi Minh, I basically focused on Tinder and Bumble. You can watch the video of the results I was getting the first 24 hours I was here. Very similar to Thailand, hundreds of likes on both Tinder, Bumble within the first 24 hours. I was able to set up dates same day within the next couple days. So I had dates set up Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The girl on Friday just was not very interesting to text. So I just stopped talking to her in general. But for the first 2 days, or Friday or Thursday, Saturday, I had dates. So I wasn't really doing any day game. Sunday and Monday, it's Tuesday now, but Sunday, Monday, just kind of burnt out. Didn't want to get on it. I was testing out Tan, that app. It's the Asian Tinder. That I was not a big fan of. It just seems like it's a bunch of scams and probably working girls. So I definitely would not recommend that over Tinder or Bumble, but you can check out that video as well if that's something maybe you're into. I did have a couple conversations going, but there just didn't seem like high likelihood of meeting girls. So I just deleted the app. I'm not going to do anything with that. I do have a couple conversations still going from Bumble and Tinder, but I'm just going to focus on the day game like I did in Bangkok. Bangkok, I had hundreds of likes. I could have easily gone on dates, but with online dating, I don't feel like I'm building myself up as a man. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm not facing rejection. I really don't have to improve in any way. I just have some good pictures. I could just show up to the date, and if all I did my entire time after divorce was online dating, I would not have grown into the person that I am now. By doing day game, by doing, I guess, cold approach, if you want to call it that, I have to put myself on the line. I know that by improving my sexual market value, by improving my knowledge, by improving my stories, by traveling, by doing all this stuff, it just helps me feel good about myself. I love these experiences, but it also makes me more attractive. It shows that I am adventurous. It shows that I'm not afraid to take risks. It gives me interesting stories to tell on a date. It helps me meet new people that I can kind of get an idea of the kind of people that I want to be around. So doing day game has changed my life. And if all I did was online dating, I could just sit in my house and never have any experiences, and maybe I'd meet the right person. But from what I've experienced, I'm not meeting the kind of girls that I really, really want to. I'm not dating the 22-year-olds that I see on the street that look amazing. They're just not going to be the odds of me meeting them on Tinder or Bumble are very low. And I want to be the kind of guy who, when he sees a girl on the street, he just goes and talks to her like throughout the day. That's just the guy I am. So that's why I'm taking the day game so seriously. I've had great results. I know what I'm doing for the most part, but I can always get better and I can get more consistent. Online dating, I think, is great if you are just getting out of a divorce or a breakup. I highly recommend you get on dates so that you can get dating experience, because it is a skill set. Like, you do want to be able to flirt. You want to be able to give girls a good experience. You want them to contact you to see you again. But I would say one of the downsides with getting on dates from online dating after a divorce is that you might not have had enough time to work on yourself. So you're not getting that experience and that abundance of, I'm okay by myself. So maybe you just get on a date with a girl and then you end up in a relationship because you don't necessarily want to face the pain of rejection. You don't want to be alone. You still have some of that nice guy tendency. And now you're with a girl that is nice, but is she your ultimate ideal girl that you would love to be with? Or is it a girl that you just like to be with? So I think one of the benefits for me was when I got out of a divorce, I was very much the needy, nice guy, and online dating wasn't a big thing. And I had terrible photos. I was overweight. So that wasn't really an option for me. So if I wanted to meet girls, I was 34 at the time, I had to go out to bars and clubs to meet them. And I moved to Boston, so I'm in a city where I don't know anybody. There's a lot of abundance. Many times I would go out sober, but many times I would go out drunk. But I was putting myself out there as trying to build social skills. I knew that I was going to have to talk to people. I was going to have to get over this fear of socializing. I grew up very shy, very quiet, didn't have the best social skills unless I was drunk, and I didn't know how to flirt. I didn't have any female attention growing up, but I did see that it is possible. So I started to put in that work. And now I'm finally in a location, many locations recently, where I can put in a ton of volume with the day game. And for me, I think day game is the best way to meet women when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, because one, it makes you much more comfortable just talking to girls that you find attractive. You are sober during the day doing it, hopefully. You're talking to the hottest girls you can find. You're not just settling with what girls choose you on online dating. You're putting yourself out there, so you have to face rejection. You're going to get more no's than yeses. That's just the way it is. And you just desensitize yourself to it. And it's fun, and you get exercise, and you meet cool people in the community, and you learn to flirt and give girls a great experience. And it's a magic moment for those girls. Girls aren't wanting to tell the story of, oh yeah, I met my boyfriend on Tinder. She wants the story of, oh, I met this guy. He talked to me at the grocery store. We hit it off right away. We had this amazing first date. He took me to coffee and then the drinks, and then magic happened. Like, that's way more interesting than just meeting a guy from Tinder. So I highly recommend everybody do day game. It is tough. Don't let guys fool you into saying, oh yeah, everywhere. Like, I saw some people say Bangkok is a cheat code and you come here and it's easy to get laid. I'm going to push back on that a little bit. I don't think there's any magic space to where you just go and it's just easy. You do have to build the skill set up. So maybe these guys have been, doing day game or cold approach for 8 years. Maybe they don't have super high standards. Maybe they're here doing only online dating. I'll go over my results here in a minute, but don't assume just like it's just easy. Day game is tough. It's like going to the gym. You don't just go to the gym once and now you have muscles. You have to consistently work on it. But you grow as a man. You become better. You desensitize yourself to rejection. Then you start to learn you can do everything. If I didn't learn day game, if I didn't know that I could become more attractive to women, I could build myself up. I could travel. I could lose weight. I could build muscle. I could listen to books that would change my mindset. I could start a business. I could have cool adventures around the world. Like, if I didn't know I could do this, which I didn't, I always felt very low confidence. I thought I was born the way I was born, and I'm going to never be popular. I'm never going to have any cool friends. I'm never going to do anything interesting. If I didn't realize I could do this cool shit, I'd still be in small town Wisconsin, probably, 9:30 p.m. I'd probably be watching a movie or playing World of Warcraft and doing nothing with my life and not having the kind of people in my life that I wanted. So day game, It is amazing. It'll change your life. Yes, it's scary. Yes, you do have to face rejection, but it is going to make you grow. It is difficult, but if it was easy, everyone would do it. You wouldn't feel any pride from it. If it was easy, you would just do online dating where you can just sit at your house and just get matches like crazy. And yeah, I guess that's my promotion for Daygame. I'll go over my results in Bangkok's. Maybe this will persuade you not to do Daygame because of all the work that you have to put in for it. I don't know. We'll see. But I did 10 days of approaches in Bangkok. So 10 approaches, 10 a day, some days 11, some days 12. Ended up with a total of 104 approaches. Ended up with 20, maybe 21 numbers, contact details. There's a few calls I didn't review. I did do the approaches, I didn't review them. So maybe they did give me numbers. I don't know, it doesn't matter. So let's say 20. And I ended up on 3 instant dates and 0 official dates where they came out another time. So not the best results, obviously. Didn't get any dates. I did have a couple instant dates with girls that were extremely attractive, girls that I would never meet online dating, girls that I would never meet. They're never going to approach me. And if it was at a nightclub, I would never approach them because I would be out of my element. They'd probably be with a group of friends. Like they're just not going to be by themselves. So definitely a great experience of putting myself out there, talking to girls that are exactly my type that I would love to see consistently. I did have one instant date get back to the house. Good experience. Good job leading it. She wasn't necessarily my type. I was in my head as if I wanted anything to happen. She was leaving the next day. So that was really the farthest interaction I took. It was a good learning lesson. But overall, no official dates, so not the best results, but I did push myself to do 10 approaches a day. I was doing stuff that I didn't want to do, just like at the gym. And for me, like I'm sure guys who are very good at game, I have a friend there, he does very limited approaches and he gets plenty of dates. He's also been doing this for 10 plus years. So I know I've seen many guys say Bangkok is a cheat code. You go there, it's super easy. You can get dates whenever. I disagree with that. I think places like Playa del Carmen, Bali, even Pattaya, like that beach kind of vibe, it makes it much easier to date girls because it's more relaxed. A lot of girls are just there on vacation. There's a good vibe about it. It's easy to just get girls out on dates. Whereas for me, Bangkok felt a lot like Brisbane in a way. Like I had to take the train to the mall to do my approaches. It wasn't like I was just out and about on the street and I could just talk to people throughout my day. It felt like I literally had to go to a place to get this many approaches. Brisbane is great. You can just walk down to Queen Street Mall. You can do all your approaches. But the vibe kind of felt similar in that I met a lot of girls that were just coming home from work, girls that were already doing something. So the problem, I felt like gaming at the mall in Bangkok, which Bangkok is the land of malls. If you're not aware of that, they have beautiful malls, great places. But a lot of times I would talk to these girls and they're already doing something like, oh, I'm shopping with my friend or I'm off to a dinner now. It's not like they were just on there. They're not just like walking about doing something. So in Australia, I noticed that too. A lot of girls are coming home from work. They got things doing. I would say that I definitely need to be more comfortable flirting and talking. I did eject a lot out of these sets. You can see a lot of these videos, my 10-day progress. I would have some days where I would get blown out 8 to 10 times a day, but then I'd have 8 blowouts and I'd have one super long instant date with a girl that was just my type. So even though I got blown out 8 times in a row, I still had one instant date with a super cute, in this case, it was a super cute Japanese girl who barely spoke English. She was dressed up like an anime character, which I found super cute, which would be intimidating. So I consider that a win. I put myself out there. I went up to her, said she looked nice, got an instant date with her, showed her around the mall, was able to lead her around, gave her a great experience. Just because we didn't sleep together, that doesn't mean it's not a win. It doesn't mean that I didn't give her a lot of value. She's visiting from Japan. She was by herself. I gave her a good time. I showed her some cool things that I knew about. It was good flirty, eye contact. And I feel like if my logistics had been better, something could have happened. But one issue, I guess I'll just go through some of the pros and cons of Bangkok. I did write down some of the stuff that I liked, some of the stuff I didn't like, and then I'll go through of if I would go back there or not. But some of the pros of Bangkok, which I really did like, is that there is a lot of foot traffic in the city. It is a big city. You can definitely get 10 approaches a day. If you're living in Bangkok, there's really no reason why you shouldn't be able to build your skill set up, that you shouldn't be able to get plenty of reps in. You could go out every day, 10 approaches a day, pretty easily. The girls there are cute and friendly. They are receptive to being opened. You can take trains. It's easy to get around. There's plenty of rooftop bars, so it is nice to be able to, set up a date. You could take them to a rooftop bar if you want to go out at night. There's plenty of places you could go to meet women there. Much different than Pattaya, which was like just sex tourism. I didn't really see any nice places there. I will say that the malls in Bangkok were nicer than anywhere I've ever been. It was cool to just explore those. There's some good spots you could take a girl if you meet her in the mall. I took them to the rooftop in Icon Siam. That was a good date. And then there's another girl I took her to see the rainforest area. So it's good. It's very clean, very, very interesting to see. So you can definitely make that work. There is a lot of tourists, so that helps if you're looking to just get a lot of practice. Girls who are tourists are typically up for an adventure, so you can actually lead them from an instant date to a different location and see what happens. That's kind of what happened with the Russian girl that I met and the Japanese girl I met. It was easy to just be like, oh, you're just traveling. Oh, cool. I just moved here. Let's go do these cool things. And it's also cheap to live there. If you're living there, it's I think you can get an apartment for like $500 a month, which is what I might do. I might just get an apartment, live there cheap, and then just focus hardcore on just continuing to build this skill set. I'm 42 now. I have my friend in Thailand, like I said, he can go talk to girls and get dates consistently. Like, that's just who he is. He's internalized it. He's been doing this for 10 plus years. So I feel like if I live somewhere cheap, I don't have to worry about rent as much. I can go there and I can just get tons of volume, tons of practice. And that's what it's going to take to build the skill set. I'm not going to get good as good as I want doing day game if I just do 1 or 2 approaches a day and just kind of like half-ass it, which I've done the last 7 years. Out of my entire time being divorced, I focused a lot on night game in the beginning. Then it was all pretty much online dating, so I got a lot of practice with dates, a lot of practice building my sex life up. And now I'm focused on building my day game skill because I already know how to do the rest. My night game is still weak, but I also don't want to go out at night. That's one of the things that kind of detracted me for a couple days was that I went out for night game once and stayed out till 3 a.m. and then my whole next day was blown up because I didn't sleep properly. It's hard to get to bed when you're kind of energized from all the lights and the noise and the anxiety of like talking to girls in the club when you're sober and you're not used to it. I didn't sleep great. That got me sick. But that's, I guess I don't know where I'm going with that. But let's get to some of the cons of Bangkok. It's very hot during the day, so I didn't see a lot of people just out and about walking the streets. So I typically waited till 6 p.m., then I would hit the malls. I got kind of bored just going to the malls all the time. It didn't seem like there was a lot of people just walking around. Like Ho Chi Minh, I see people just kind of walking the streets, going from place to place. Playa del Carmen, people are just walking around. Queen Street Mall in Brisbane, people are just walking around shopping. There's just a lot of foot traffic. In Bangkok, for me, there's a lot of people walking the trains, like the walkways, which I didn't do a lot of gaming there, which you probably could have. But it felt like I was going to the mall. And once I get this internalized, I can do this anywhere, like my friend. But for me, I had to go to the malls. It felt like it was difficult to get girls on a date from where I was located. I was in Thong Lor, which is a nice area, but it was like a 10-minute walkway to the train. So I'm not, if I set up a date and it goes well, I got to walk them down 10 minutes down this busy alleyway. So I think maybe that was some of my limiting beliefs of why I didn't set up as many dates as I could. Logistics weren't great. English was a bit of an issue, and then I got sick for 2 days. But yeah, overall, I think Bangkok is a great city. I would definitely go back. There's a lot of volume that you can do. I can do approaches all day, every day, which is what I want now. I want to dial this in. I don't want to waste any more time. Another thing about Bangkok that was good, like I said, if maybe you're brand new to this journey and you just want to get tons of dating experience, I highly recommend Bangkok because I got over 500 likes in the first couple days. I made a video about that the last day. I didn't because I was so focused on Daygame, I didn't go through all the likes at the time. I did on the very last day. I ended up with probably 50 plus matches that I imagine I could have got at least a couple dates out of. So if you're going through a divorce, breakup, you haven't had a ton of dating experience. I know many of us, we were married 10 plus years. You don't have a ton of abundance. I got married at 22. I didn't have a lot of girls in my life before that. And I sure as shit didn't have any immediately after. So if I could go to Bangkok, build some experience, build up some adventure, get my online dating profile set up in a way that I'm getting an abundance, you could go out there, set up a lot of dates, really find out the kind of girls that you want. You're less likely to just date the first girl that you match with because you have 3 other girls that want to meet up. You set up a date on Friday, you set up a date on Saturday, you set up a date on Sunday. And if you like one of those girls, you see her more often. If you like all 3 of those girls, you just see what happens. You just take it somewhere. So one of the downfalls I found with like the US or Canada, Australia, it does seem like sometimes the matches come in slow. And if you get one date in 2 weeks, you're going to be very excited for that one girl. And you're probably going to have a little bit of scarcity, a little bit of neediness. You might commit faster than you would need to. So Thailand is great for the online dating. You can definitely get a lot of dating practice. Even if you're only there for a couple weeks, you don't have to move to Thailand. Like if you just got out of a divorce or a breakup, go travel somewhere, go see something cool. You were just in a long relationship. How many adventures did you even have? When I was married, we literally traveled to Chicago for a concert, and we went to Missouri to see her parents. We went to Wisconsin to see my parents, and we went to Alaska once to visit my brother. That was all we did for 12 years. We didn't leave the country. We didn't have any crazy adventures. So if this was you and I'm going to say free, like you are free. You can do what you want now. You don't have to check in with anybody. It's your money. Go do something cool. Go have a crazy adventure. Go meet girls that you never thought you would have thought possible. I just booked a trip to India today to go see my friend's wedding. Like I never dreamt this was going to happen. Like the people that I've met on this journey, if I didn't leave my hometown, if I didn't go have these adventures, it never would have happened. So I guess that's my plug for Thailand specifically. If you want to go to Thailand, you can get tons of online dates. Do that. But also don't neglect the day game. Like this is going to change your life. It's going to make you a man. There's no way it won't. There is no way you can go out and do approaches and not improve yourself. You're going to be less needy. You're going to get over some fears of rejection. You're going to realize there's things you can do to improve. You're going to feel good about yourself when you realize like, oh shit, I just talked to a girl and got a date at a supermarket. None of my friends can do that. None of the people I grew up with can do that. It's a very limited percentage of people. My friend, he's telling me the girl he went on a date with, he tapped her on the shoulder on the escalator, commented on her nails or whatever. The interaction went great. And then he got a date out of that. How many guys in the world can approach a girl on an escalator, have it go well, and get a date out of it with a girl that was dressed up in heels and a dress, like decked out? She's not like wearing a sweatshirt and jeans and just looks like an average nobody. Like this girl was dressed. People are staring at her at the mall. Not a lot of people can do that. So it just builds your confidence. It shows you can do stuff. It pushes you. Definitely don't neglect day game. So let's go over why I got 20 numbers, but 0 turned into dates. Just some of the notes that I wrote down. I would say 20%, probably close to 20% of those girls that I contacted some were air stewardess, so they were leaving the next day. Some were going out to dinner with their friends. They just didn't want to meet up. One girl I got back to the house, but neither of us was feeling it. A couple of them had boyfriends, but I still just went for the Instagram. And then some of them I got the number. We had like an instant date at the coffee shop. And I just probably didn't build enough attraction to where they wanted to see me again. A lot of girls, probably quick interactions. Maybe I didn't tell you enough about myself. And overall, like out of 100 approaches, getting only 20 contact details isn't the best. Some of it was maybe a language barrier. I think a lot of it was just There's a lot of work that I can do. I noticed I would eject very quickly. I would see girls that were interested, but my brain would freeze. And if they didn't give me a very positive response immediately, I would just kind of bail out. So that's something that I'm going to work on. I'm going to get this figured out. This is why Daygame is tough. You can watch all these videos and you think you have it, and then you go in and your brain just freezes and you're like, oh, fuck, I forgot what to say. And then you ask the question of doom of like, oh, where are you from? And then it just immediately like, oh, great. I don't want to tell you where I'm from. I just met this person. So it's definitely things that I couldn't control. Definitely some things that I could control. I would definitely go back to Bangkok though. Like, I didn't get any dates, but that was only 10 days. I feel like if I went back out there, I'm going to continue to build a skill set. I'm going to learn from my friend. I'm going to continue to put in the work. I'm going to get better. So it's overall, it's a good city. I know somebody commented that guys will say that I probably just mentioned this already, but Bangkok is a cheat code. I think places like Bali, Mexico are much more of a cheat code. Mexico is definitely a cheat code. You could do one approach a day and get results. That's basically how I got many of my results for years. I lived in Mexico. Online dating was easy. Daygame was pretty easy. And it's just a good vibe. You still have to be, a guy who's adventurous, and you still have to lead dates. But if you know how to do that, girls are more receptive. Bangkok, beautiful women. There's just things that I could do differently. I will say that online dating is very easy, and you can definitely get results from that. Let's see. What else do I have written down here? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a cheat code. And a lot of those guys who say that it is a cheat code, maybe they have years and years and years of experience doing this stuff. Or maybe they're just not talking to the most attractive women. When I'm going out, I'm only talking to girls that I'm attracted to. I'm not talking to girls that maybe are easier sets, that maybe she'd be okay. I'm talking to girls that I think are going to be that I would want to see consistently. So it's not just like, oh, I'm just talking to her to get a result. Or it's like online dating. A lot of times I'll match with girls because it's like, okay, they're cute enough. And then I'll go out on a date with them. And then I show up and I'm hesitant on even if I want to progress with the date. This happened with the first girl I matched with here. Met up with her. She's a little heavier than her pictures. Her English isn't great. She's kind of shy. But I wanted to see what would happen, just stay in the set. But I was also thinking like, would I even want to sleep with this girl? Is this even worth it? Okay, I'll stay in because it's a cool experience. We're going to go to the fireworks. We're going to go to this concert. But, it's definitely, I definitely would not have I definitely would probably have not have approached her if I saw her on the street. So maybe it is easy for other people. I thought it was challenging. I did learn a lot. I think that guys can definitely get results out there. And there's some tweaks that I could make to get even better. I've been doing new things here in Ho Chi Minh. I've done 6 approaches here so far. Things have been going well. I've been building a lot of attraction. I got a couple numbers already from that I'm talking to. So there's things that I can learn. And if I take that knowledge back to Bangkok, I think I'll do even better. But just being a white guy, a white tourist is not going to do it in Bangkok like maybe it would have 20 years ago. Like people are traveling, people are working remote. It's not a novelty. It's not like there's just, Tom Torero used to call it pussy paradise. Like I'm not just going to show up to Thailand or Vietnam or the Philippines and girls are just all over me because I'm white now. You do still have to put yourself out there. You still have to approach. You still have to build yourself up as a man. You still have to do all that stuff. So what was great about the challenge was that I put myself out there. I was able to get on instant dates with girls that would intimidate me, that I would, if I wasn't doing these approaches, I would just look at her and be like, oh, she's super cute, and then do nothing about it. So I'm actually getting on dates with these girls, like the cute anime Japanese girl. Like that was great. I never really dated a ton of Japanese girls. Their energy is amazing. They're very feminine, very loving. I never would have found this in the States because growing up in small town Wisconsin, I never interacted with Japanese girls. I never interacted with Thai girls. I never interacted with Colombians or Mexicans or Australians or Argentinians. Like it was a whole different experience. So just being able to talk to these girls, to get on dates with girls that I find super attractive. Like, that's a win. I'm going to take that. I was able to get tons of practice in a short amount of time. That helped me dial in my skill set. And this stuff is repeatable. Once I learn some of the mistakes I'm making, which is one, basically just ejecting too quickly, I can start getting dates consistently. The whole objective of game is to get maybe girls to yes girls. Some girls are no girls. Some girls are already married. They already have boyfriends. They're just not interested. You're not their type. You're not trying to change their minds. They've already just no girls. It's the maybe girls that you're working towards because they're on the fence. They don't know you. But if you can show that you're a cool guy, you can show that you're fun to talk to, that they'd be interested in meeting up with you. Like, that's where the conversion's going to happen, I guess. And some girls are yes girls. Some girls you just go and meet and they're just immediately into it and you're into it and things happen and you put yourself in that situation and great things happen. But that doesn't happen if you don't actually go out and do it. So it was great to get tons of practice to help dial my skill set. I built in a bunch of new references. I had a bunch of fun experiences. I made cool videos of the places I was going. It was fun filming little things, getting a lot of walks, talking to girls that I never would have talked to. There was a cool Prada event. Saw girls decked out, dressed to the nines, talked to them, and just gave me a lot of opportunities. Built some stories. I made some new friends. I met guys out there that are looking to game. They're business-minded. They work out. They're interested in developing themselves. That's another great thing about this community. This community has changed my life because the guys I meet, the guys that are wanting to improve their dating life, to become better with women, are also into self-development. There's just no way around it. I'm not going to get the kind of women that I want if I didn't grow as a person after my divorce. If I just stayed overweight, if I just stayed lazy, if I just stayed watching TV and playing video games, I'm not going to attract the beautiful women that I want. It's just not going to happen. And I'm not going to meet the kind of friends that I have now that are building their own businesses, traveling the world, meeting gorgeous women during the day, going to the gym, doing cold plunges, traveling, having cool epic stories. The guys that you meet on this journey will change your life. They'll open your mind to things. They'll show you what's possible. I hope that's what I'm kind of conveying here. You can have a better life after divorce. Yes, it fucking sucks that your wife left. It is a bitter pill to swallow, but she actually did you a favor because now you have the chance to make better friends than you ever had. You can go have crazy experiences that you never thought possible. You can build yourself up as a man. You can make more money, whatever you choose to do. I guess I'm just very grateful that I've met so many great people. And now I have friends that will help me in any situation. When I was married, I had one friend who was also married. Like, they were the married couple we hung out with. And now I have friends around the world. I got invited to a wedding in India. I never thought I was going to go to India. This friend, I haven't even talked to him since I got divorced 8 years ago. He's one of my first friends in Boston. And now I'm going to his wedding in India. That's crazy. It's an awesome experience. And he's very much focused into building himself up. He met a great wife that he's going to marry because he put himself out there. He was doing approaches. He wanted to meet new people. He wanted to get this area of his life handled. He didn't want to just sit on the internet and just hope some girl comes to him or complain that all women are trash or whatever's out there. He took action. We connected instantly because we had the same goals, same mindsets. And I think, if you're trying to be more attracted to women, you become attractive more in general because you're just going to build yourself up in all aspects. So definitely huge there. I also faced a lot of approach anxiety. It is difficult to approach girls when you don't know if they speak the same language as you. They're very like girls here in Thailand are going to the mall in heels and dresses and they have their nails done. This is much different than in the States where I would go to Whole Foods and girls were in sweatshirts and jeans and tennis shoes. It's not that hard to approach a girl there. It is a little difficult because it's hard to say you look nice when they look like they just woke up. But like, it is intimidating to go talk to girls that are decked out and looking beautiful and feminine. So I got over a lot of approach anxiety, approaching in a foreign country, but I committed to doing it. I was going to get it done no matter what. I don't care what the results were. I don't give a shit if I got 0 contact details, 0 dates, 0 instant dates, 100 blowouts. I still learned something. I still put myself out there. I still built myself up. It was a great experience. So that's where it is with that. We're going long today. I'll just wrap it up saying, if you're struggling with approach anxiety, if you're struggling getting the abundant dating life that you want, check out the stuff that I have. Like, I'll go hop on a call with you for your profile review. Get that dialed in. You are wasting time not having a proper profile. You could be getting on so many more dates. You could have so many more matches. Having a bad profile is just a waste of time. You get 6 good quality photos. You can use that shit for years. You can take that when you travel. I think half the reason I get so many likes in Vietnam and Thailand is because I have a good profile. I looked at the girl's dating profile. The very first girl that I met here in Ho Chi Minh, I looked at her Tinder and she had 4,400 plus likes. She had conversations going, and we looked through a lot of these profiles, and most of them were terrible. And she had not been on a date in months. So it's very interesting why she met up with me that same day. I matched with her, I texted her, and I got her out that same day. Whereas these 4,400 other people didn't get her out. They didn't get on a date with her. So having a proper high level profile just helps you in all areas. You can take that literally anywhere. It'll definitely change your life, especially if you're in the States. Like, most guys in the States have fish pictures or group photos where you can't tell who they are. It's easy to stand out. You're missing a lot of opportunities to change your dating life, to build some abundance. Dating in general just builds you up as a man. It's good to be around feminine energy. You learn to lead. You learn how to flirt. You learn how to have some conversation skills. So don't waste your time. Book a profile review. I'll help you out, get you set up with that, give you some good implemented details to get you on the right track immediately. If you're struggling with approach anxiety, let me know. We can get on a call, get that dialed in, get you some skills that you can take to immediately start practicing. Daygame is not a quick fix. It's not just you just learn to say these 2 things and then your approach anxiety goes away, or you're just good at this now and you just meet girls everywhere forever. You do have to put in some work. It does take, you do have to put yourself on the line. It's going to build you up. It's going to toughen you up. It's an amazing thing. But it also only takes one. You do Daygame and maybe you do 30 days of approaches and you get fucking nowhere. But day 31, you meet a gorgeous girl that you never would have met online. You hit it off, you go on some dates, and now you start dating her. It just takes one, and then you're in a totally different situation. So you can check out the school group. I have plenty of field reports there, going over my date breakdowns, some of the questions I ask girls. I have some of my approaches on there if you want to see some of the structure that I do. Like I said, some girls, just instant blowouts, don't go anywhere. Some girls, it leads to instant dates. So there's some things that you can take away from that. You can also get the Siren document if you're looking to get girls from matches to dates much quicker. So check that stuff out. That's enough shameless plugging. I hope this stuff is helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see from me. I'm going to plan out some more scripted stuff. I did write like this one. I didn't just freestyle as much. I did write down some good stuff, or at least write my thoughts out. I'll do that a little bit more consistently as well. I want to help you guys out as much as I can. I know divorce, breakup sucks. You can feel hopeless, especially when your wife, girlfriend already moved on. But just know that many of these guys that your girlfriend, your wife leaves you for, they haven't built themselves up in any way. Like, sure, she's happy now for the moment. Like, let's face it, you probably weren't a great husband or a boyfriend. I know I wasn't. I was a terrible husband. I wasn't terrible in the fact like I was a bad person, but I didn't improve myself. I wasn't very attractive. I just let myself go. I just played video games. Half the time I didn't want to be around her. Like, I wasn't a great person to be around all the time. So she goes on to this new guy and maybe she's super happy, but maybe this guy is just as needy as, if he's willing to take a girl that just was in a relationship, that was married, like, what's that say about him? That shows that he doesn't have a lot of abundance. So just because she left for that other guy, that doesn't mean that he's better than you. Use that pain, use that to build yourself up, make her regret leaving you, let her be happy with her guy. Best of luck to them. I'm going to go off and have epic adventures. I'm going to go meet some cool people. I'm going to build my friend group. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to live the best life I can. And she can do whatever she wants. I hope in my case, I hope she's happy in Wisconsin still. So hopefully that is inspiring to you guys. I wish you the best. I want to see you guys succeed. We'll end it here. It's been 40 minutes already. Peace out.